You're listening to The Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell, and co-host Keelan Harvey on Alternative Talk AM 1150. Now, back to the show with local mortgage experts Tina Mitchell and Keelan Harvey.
Welcome back to The Money Hour at 1150 AM KKNW, the Saturday, March 16th show. I'm your host, Tina Mitchell.
And your co-host, Keelan Harvey.
I'm bringing in expert advice and inside knowledge on today's events in our local economy and how it can affect your money. If you're listening to our show at a different time or day, you are listening to a rebroadcast. We're here to answer you any questions or connect you with the guests that we have on the show today. Please call the show at 1-855-400-1150. Again, that's 1-855-400-1150 or online at themoneyhour.com. And in studio right now, we have Kari Ray Davis with Mitsui Real Estate Group at Keller Williams, breaking out the winter freeze and spring real estate update. Kari, thank you so much for coming back in studio.
Hi, thank you for having me again.
And a little bit about Kari. Being a resident of Seattle for over 22 years, Kari has obtained unsurpassed knowledge of this beautiful city and its surrounding areas. She prides herself on knowing the Emerald City inside and out, from the best features of each neighborhood to all of the wonderful places to explore. Believing in real estate with the art of hospitality, Kari wants to be all-around resource for what you may need in Seattle. Whether you're looking for to purchase or sell a home, need a vendor to help accomplish these tasks, or just great restaurant recommendations, her goal is to create a continued relationship with her clients. Kari believes in creating experiences for others. She believes in creating clients for life, and Kari will do what it takes to help move your dreams forward.
Well, I believe that, Kari. You're a rock star. So,
Thank you.
yeah. So, actually, I called you while you were at the Keller Williams family reunion in 2019. I know that's had to be a blast down in New Orleans.
Yes.
I haven't been there, but I've heard so many amazing things about it. Tell us, what did you get from your family reunion? I know they have a lot of good information.
They do.
And I want to hear about it. What'd you come back with there?
So this was the third family reunion that I'd attended, and my second time to New Orleans. Amazing city, by the way.
Yeah.
Hospitality, Southern hospitality is a real thing. It's beautiful. I loved
Yes.
it. But it's really exciting because they have 17,000 agents from all over the world, really, that come together and convene, and they give us, the health of the company. They give us a lot of tools and classes to help make us the best that we can be, a lot of mentorship. And that's one thing that's great about this company is they really want to make us the best that we can be. So through this experience, we've learned that Keller Williams has actually invested in its first artificial intelligence for real estate. So it's going to change things quite drastically. So clients that are working with me have an opportunity. The platform's almost completely ready to go here in the second quarter, but it's going to give people an opportunity to have a customized experience when they're searching through our platform. Like if you go to Netflix kind of knows what shows you like to see, and it's kind of pertaining to you. And so this experience going through this search process is going to do the same thing. You can look at specific neighborhoods, maybe the type of kitchen you want to have. It'll be able to search for you that way and really customize your experience based on what you're trying to find. So it's super exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting what technology is continuing to do, and it's really great to see how Keller Williams is really embracing that. And, they've always been an educational company.
Right.
Now they're actually a technology company, so they're really changing their model to embrace this beautifulness that we have with technology and the constant change. So how has the market been for you at the Mitsui Group?
So the market's picking back up. We had, I'm sure everybody's aware, we had a little bit of a dip during the winter time. So it's nice to feel that, there's more inventory coming back up on the scene, and buyers are starting to move again. I had a lot of people that were just kind of waiting to see what was going to happen. So it's nice to feel that it's actually getting back to normalcy is what I think it would be.
Yeah.
So.
Tell us a little bit about what is going on with the current Seattle and inventory. Specifically, what is it looking like that you're seeing now?
Well, so I've got some stats here. Now I've got just central Puget Sound mainly, so it is mainly the Puget Sound area. But for, February of 2019 compared to 2018, we had in 2019 4,511 new listings, opposed to 5,057 last year. So it's down slightly a little bit from last year, just slightly under 10%. Our closings are slightly under 13% than they were last year, and the inventory of homes have have come up quite significantly. Last year it was 4,627. This year it's 7,271. So I mean, there's definitely an uptick of inventory, which is good. I mean, now buyers aren't necessarily having to waive every contingency. We can actually negotiate and have our, inspections and whatnot, and be able to do our due diligence to be able to get into a home. Currently, right now, our supply of inventory is 1.3 months. So it's still a seller's market. I've had a lot of buyers be like, "Oh, prices are coming down. There's more inventory." That's they think they can ask for more than they should, but. I think 4 months of inventory is a balanced market. So we're still
3 to 6 months, depending on what area and part of the nation you're in, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's still looking good. It's still a great time to be a buyer. I tell people, with interest rates being as low as they are, get in while you can.
And that was crazy. Rates are going up, and they went up, and then they went back down. I mean, I want to say what the heck, but I don't want to say what the heck in a bad way. I mean, but it just shows that you cannot predict what is going to happen. So, Kari, let's talk about neighborhoods and the most affordable, because that's affordability in our market. It's really hard to actually even get that word out of your mouth, affordability. So if we were going to find a neighborhood that's most affordable for our first-time home buyers, where are those places at?
I mean, I still firmly believe the West Seattle area is still affordable. The Burien area, Renton is affordable. I mean, it depends on what you make, obviously, but median home price in the Central Puget Sound is $469,000 right now. So that's the median, and that's through the whole Puget Sound. So it's a little higher, obviously, when you're in Seattle city limits. But I think that Delridge, White Center is going to be probably blowing up in the next couple of years. There's a lot of new construction going on down there. I can see that area really, really increasing in value, and I think that's a smart place to try and buy if you're a first-time home buyer.
Yeah, it's going to blow up when Starbucks shows up all of a sudden. And White Center, we used to call it the Dub C.
I mean,
it was
there's a Starbucks.
There is, right? We didn't even want to get gas there, and it was that scary at one point. And then all of a sudden,
now Starbucks is like, it's okay.
It's
we're
like,
coming
no,
in.
check it out. We're here, and we know something you don't know. And then next thing you know, boom, it blows up.
That's interesting. So there's a shout out. Follow where the Starbucks are going. If there's no Starbucks in the neighborhood, a Starbucks comes in, buy your house there.
Run away from dollar stores, find Starbucks. That's the ticket.
Well, and there's a lot of new, really great restaurants down there too.
A lot of the West Seattle people, the restaurant owners, went to White Center, and it's just like there's gentrification going over there. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's big time.
Anyways, I'm going nuts off topic there. I'm kind of from that area. So let's talk about first-time home buyers. So and I love this, what does it take to buy a first home?
So if we were going to go off the median home price in Central Puget Sound for $469,000, really you can get in conventional at 3%. So if you are looking at a 3% down payment for a $469,000 home, it's $14,070. So it's just a little over $14,000, which is actually not that much money if you've been saving and you're really trying to put it together.
Depending on income, there's also grant and down payment assistance programs.
Right, there's so many programs, right, and you'd be the expert to talk with about that. But and then you've got closing costs. So, and closing costs can be anywhere, they can be anywhere between $6,000 to $12,000, depending on how you're tailoring your loan. Yeah. So, if you think about it, depending on who you're working with and what you're able to do, you could probably get into a brand new house with maybe $20,000 in your pocket. And really, when you think about that, it's that's money that people can actually wrap their head around. It's not like you've got to have $60,000 in order to get into a home. You actually can, get your foot in the door and buy something. And basically, now is the time to get in.
Yeah. Well, there's another strategy that we use too for closing costs. You could offer more for the property and have the
write it in.
Write it in, and so all you're coming in with is just the down payment itself. Right. And I've actually seen seller credits come in, which is shocking because it's taken a while to see it, but it exists.
We're seeing that now finally. Yeah. Now with the market, kind of there's more inventory. Sellers have to work with those buyers a little bit more. So it's nice that as you have an opportunity to get your foot in the door if you can be creative with it.
So if you can either increase the purchase price by $10,000, get $10,000 to cover closing cost and prepaid. Your payment's going to go up maybe $50 a month, or you can take a 0.5% higher interest rate to do a no closing cost loan, and your payment's going to go up about $50 a month. So there's some really lots of great things. That's why you want to work with an expert when it comes to real estate and mortgage, because we can get you hooked up.
Me and Tina.
So Kari, and now Kari's going to hook you up on listings. So Kari, let's talk about really hot listings, kind of what's coming up, and what are you sharing with your clients right now?
So currently, my team, we've got 2 condos on the market in West Seattle in the Junction. We've got 2 different units. We've got a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and then we've got a 2-bedroom, 2.75 bath, and those are both under $500,000 for those units. So that's a great opportunity. And then I've been actually working on some different properties where I have a potential land deal that I'm working on in the Green Lake area. So there might be some new townhomes on the horizon in Green Lake in the next year or two that could be super exciting because it's just such a beautiful area. We've got access to some new townhomes in West Seattle because, like I was mentioning, the Del Ridge, White Center area, there's a lot of brand new construction happening. Those properties are listed, around $500,000, $600,000. And then there's also some new complexes that are going to be built. I shouldn't say complex. I mean, they're going to be luxury homes, townhomes over on East Lake and in the Green Lake area, Greenwood and Ballard area.
Yeah,
so,
love East Lake.
Yes, it's great. And so there's going to be, 7 new townhomes over there. They're going to be high-end, beautiful, great opportunities. They're probably going to be finished sometime next year.
Okay.
So if anybody's interested in talking with me about those, they can certainly call me at 206-330-6985.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good deal. What's going on in West Seattle? $500,000. You could barely get a dumpster for $500,000 like not so long ago.
Right.
I moved up north, as you know, so that's actually a good deal.
Yes. Yeah. No. I mean, and I think considering prices did come down like they did, this last winter. I mean, I think the builders are probably expecting to hopefully get more for them, but with the market being what it is, $500,000, $550,000 is basically where things have been ending.
The Junction is a premium.
The Junction is a premium, and these 2 units that we have are right off the Alaska Junction. So if you want to be in West Seattle and you want to live in a condo, and it's great opportunity to be in a great location so close to the city.
Yeah,
that's the
What
place.
are the average HOAs there?
So they're ranging between like $350. There's one unit that's a little bit higher, maybe closer to $500.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of and I'm seeing a lot of through me searching for my clients that I'm looking for, I've seen a lot of HOAs a little bit higher, more like the $500-$600, sometimes higher depending on the unit. So if you can find something in the $250 to $350 range, it's going to be a lot easier in your pocketbook.
Exactly.
Yeah, we like that. So what's it like currently in kind of the environment we're in for agents out there these days? And what would you say to anyone who may want to get into the industry at this point?
Well, I think if you're good at your job, you're going to be good at your job. And this is a very tough business to be in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a people business, and you want to make sure that you are putting yourself with the right company. That's the reason why I chose Keller Williams to work with personally, because they've got a lot of training, and they help you get started as an agent. Another thing that I like about my company is they are really team-centric. They really want to create the team environment to be able to help everybody get going and get started. They also have a profit share, which is really, really great, which is not what many brokerages share with their agents. So it's an opportunity to make some money and have some residual income coming in. So once you're vested, you get some retirement essentially.
Exactly.
So they're a great way to get started in the business. And if anybody would want to talk with me about it, I'd be happy to chat with them about it.
Love it. Yeah, you can call into the show. We'll get you connected with Kari. And, I love what you say. If you're successful, you're going to be successful. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. And, I always have to disclose, I never wish for a bad market, but I'm ready to embrace it. And I'm all about a challenging market because I really have an opportunity to excel at such a higher level than I do in an easy market.
Right.
Because majority of people who we were talking with are 2 coaches, the idea of change and the idea of embracing things that are challenging, it's all that conversation. And there's a lot of negative chatter out there when the market adjusts a little tiny bit. And the chatter really just does not mean anything.
It's
but
chatter.
It is going to direct your outcome.
Right.
And the unfortunate thing, as we've talked with Susan as well, it's going to have an effect on everybody else's outcome that's around you that's in a negative space. So last question as we wrap up our time here. You talk a lot about community involvement and what you're doing through the Mitsui group and part of that. So what do you got going on right now as we wrap up our time together?
So we host the West Seattle Art Walk. We are a featured office that hosts West Seattle Art Walk the second Thursday of every month. And then we also are supporting the West Seattle Senior Center by sponsoring Rainbow Bingo. Our next Rainbow Bingo is the 29th of March, and it is sold out 4 months in advance. So if anybody wants to attend with us, we have a VIP table, and it's super fun, and it's a great great
We
opportunity
need
to
to
support
do
the
that.
senior
I
center.
love bingo. It's
Victoria,
I'm
it's
a nerd.
pretty
Victoria, you
It's
make a
fun.
note to reach out to Kari
Yes,
and find out
please.
about the bingo game. Keelan and I need to get that on
Bingo.
our calendar.
Rainbow Bingo at the West Seattle Senior Center. Yeah, it's super fun. It's a great time. It's a great way to engage with the community.
And being with us, our senior generation and the bingo combination, that sounds like a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay, we're going to be there. All right. Well, Kari, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's a real pleasure.
It's fun. Thanks.
And that's a wrap for our show today. This is Tina Mitchell, and I'm your host signing off.
And your co-host, Keelan Harvey.
We'll be here next weekend, same time, same place, right here at 1150 AM KKNW, and enjoy your weekend, everyone.